Hey guys, it's Admin, and I'm in the Ocarina of Time map. And today we are looking at crawl spaces and the Lens of Truth. So I made a little demonstration area up ahead, and it's basically just a stone brick box. So you're probably wondering how we're going to get in, because there's really no doors on any side. Well, I'll show you. So we have this item, and it was beautifully modeled by E10. It is the Lens of Truth. When we hold it, this happens. So if we turn back to the building and hold the Lens of Truth, you'll see there's a wall here. We can just walk right through it. Now, as you can see, the shadows are being perfectly rendered on it. Because, as you can see, there is a hole here. But, like I was saying, the shadows are rendered on it perfectly. Same goes for this one. There'll be more on that in a minute, but let's continue on through this test room. So, now we have this little slab here. Kinda looks like if I was small enough, I could squeeze on in. Well, let's try it. So we just have to walk on up, and we can just crawl right through it. And jump on out. So, now we're in another room. And... oh, I think I can go through this wall. Yep. And here's a chest. With nothing in it. Well, what a great prize. Air. Anyways, you might be wondering how this works. And I'll get onto that in a little bit. But first I'll tell you what we didn't do for both of these. So, as some of you might know, Samosaurus is working on his own Zelda map. And lots of people have actually been saying that I should team up with him. Now, I have multiple reasons why I don't want to. And this video is mainly going to show off why. So, remember how we were looking at the walls that you could go through and stuff? Samosaurus' team has built their own version of it, and I think I'm going to spend about 2 or 3 minutes building their version. Super simple. Simply need a redstone block, 2 commands. So now this is the part that makes it a little bit bad. It's time to summon an armor stand. Okay, not too much of a problem there, right? Wrong. Each armor stand that is in the world, your frame rates will drop by a very small amount. But the more that there are, the more that the effect takes place. That's why, at all costs, I have been avoiding armor stands. Now think back to my version, in that little test area. We had it being 3 blocks wide and 3 blocks tall. Okay, how many armor stands is that now? That would have to be at least 6. Alright, so we have our armor stand. Now we simply paste in this command, and so that will summon falling sand at the location. Now we simply change this to a /execute command. And now this will be being summoned on the armor stand. So now if we actually spend the time to center it, we get this. Almost working thing. And I say almost working because this does not make a very good effect. And if you look at my frame rates, we have 37 with only 1 armor stand. So let's be realistic here. In the bottom of the well, there are often walls that are about 5 blocks wide and 4 blocks high. So let's turn this back on and see how this looks. Again, it does not look the greatest. And kills my frame rates. So I hope you now realize that this is a bad method, and now let's take a look at my method. So now, for crawl spaces, a very common method would be to remodel something like carpet and turn it into a block looking thing, but then you can still walk right through it. This, unfortunately, has some problems. So I remodeled it to look like stone brick, so I can just hop in, walk right through. But for one, this is a very fast crawl rate. You know, in real life you do not crawl at 20 miles per hour. Okay, so another problem. now that I have modeled it to stone brick, the only type of block I can crawl through is stone brick. Say that I want to walk through this dirt. I cannot, simply because stone brick is what I have modeled. So instead of doing this method, I actually teleport the player through the hitbox of the block. That sends you down into it, but now you cannot walk through because there's a hitbox here. So, instead, then I again teleport them through the hitbox, so you can just keep walking. Of course, I have a command block do that for me, so it actually works well. Because of how this is made though, you will end up walking, hitting the hitbox, then going through the hitbox, making it be a stop-go action, which majorly slows you down, but resembles crawling much better. So that's all I have for this episode. If you liked the episode, please make sure to leave a like. It will always be appreciated. And if you want to see my next episode, make sure to subscribe. That way you will definitely see it. Well, like I said, that's all I have. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.